सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Om. Today I will give you a summary of 7th chapter of Panchadashi, one of the biggest chapter with 298 verses. Therefore, I can give you the bird's eye view of this chapter, but not shloka wise. I am going to give the summary based on the 10 topics. Topic wise we are going to see. First 2 verses are Upodghata verses, introduction. Vidyaranya taking the Brihadaranyaka mantra 4-4-12. Atmanam chet vijaniyat ayamasmiti purushaha kimichan kasya kamaya shariram anusanjvaret. This is the mantra. First we will see the gist of this mantra, which occurs in Shariraka Brahmanam, the most important Brahmanam. The simple running meaning of the mantra we will see. Later we go to the topic wise. Purushaha Atmanam Vijaniyat, which occurs in the mantra. Vidyaranya bodily lifted that mantra as a first verse of this chapter. Purushaha means Jivatma. Atmanam means Paramatmanam. Vijaniyat, should know. K-N-O-W, know. Jivatma should know the Paramatma is the meaning of Purushaha Atmanam Vijaniyat. Then next word, Ayam Asmi Iti. The knowledge Paramatma is I am. What he has to know, what he should know. This Paramatma is myself. I am Asmi Iti Purushaha. I am Asmi Iti Vijaniyat. This is called Aikya Rupena Jnanam or Aparoksha Jnanam. Jivatma should know Paramatma as oneself. As I am the Paramatma. That is the meaning. I am Asmi Iti means as I am the Paramatma, he should know. Another word in that mantra is Chet. Chet means if Jivatma knows that I am Paramatma. Suppose Jivatma manages to understand I am Paramatma. Mantra itself puts Chet. Suppose if, that means mantra, Upanishad also knows it is very difficult, very well. So, Chet, if the Jivatma knows I am Paramatma, suppose Jivatma knows I am Paramatma. Kasya Kamaya, another word in the mantra. Kasya Kamaya, suppose the Jivatma knows I am Paramatma, then what is that? Kasya Kamaya Shariram Anusanjvaret. Suppose Jivatma knows Paramatma, such Jivatma, Jnani, Kasya Kamaya, desiring what object will he struggle with the body? Kasya Kamaya Shariram Anusanjvaret. Desiring what object, Kasya Kamaya, will he or will the Jnani Shariram Anusanjvaret, struggle with this body? Desiring what object a Jnani will struggle in this body, with this body? If he knows as Paramatma himself, the which means there are no objects It is not prashnarthe, parantu aksheparthe. Kasya kamaya shariram anusvanjaret means he will never struggle in this body desiring any object. Once he knows that. Jnani will never desire any object and struggle in this body if he knows Paramatma. There is no struggle. So, kasya kamaya means desiring for whose satisfaction? Desiring for whose satisfaction will a jnani struggle in the body? For which object he desired? For whose satisfaction? Kasya kamaya and anusanjvaret. Shariram. Desiring which object will he struggle in this body, and by desiring for whom, for whose sake he struggle with this body. There is no struggle. That is the meaning. There is no body who should be satisfied. There is nobody or no body also to be satisfied. For a jnani to struggle. Why? Ahankara requires satisfaction. Ahankara he has falsified. Eliminated. Then for whose sake he has to struggle? Once ahankara is falsified. Therefore, desiring what means object is eliminated. Desiring what? Object, no second real entity. So object is eliminated. Desiring what? And desiring for whom the ahankara is eliminated. So-called subject ahankara is also eliminated. Object is eliminated, subject is eliminated. Where is the question of struggle? For struggle, subject, object, two are required. Object is not there, real object in the world. Vacharambhanam vikaro namadheyam. And subject ahankara, of course, already falsified. Both are not there. Where is the struggle? No struggle. For all Panchadashi 7th chapter students. So there is no desired object. There is no desirer. Therefore there is no struggle. There is no desirer subject. There is no desired object. Therefore there is no struggle or samsara. There is no samsara. For whom? For a jnani. For a jnani in the body. In this body, no struggle. So Vidyaranya introduced this whole Brihadaranyaka mantra with this running meaning. Now we are going to see, he introduced 7 stages. 7 stages of Jivatma during his spiritual journey. The whole mantra is a spiritual journey. Whole mantra is a spiritual journey. Whose journey is Jivatma's spiritual journey in 7 stages. And Ayyappa, when they go, a lot of steps are there now. That is why in our temples, puja time, they have this concept of steps, padi, climbing that mountain, padi. Anywhere you see, there are always steps. There are all the indications of these stages of spiritual journey. And that's why in religious sadhana, every step, you might have seen in some places when they are climbing to the mountain, every step they put manjal and kumkum. In Tirunala time, the people have that habit. That is why they never had any back pain. Because a lot of exercise, because we are not bending at all nowadays, that's why back pain. What I want to say, the steps, each step, oh Bhagavan, help me to cross this step. They put manjal and kumkum, worshipping that step so that next step I can go, next step I can go. Symbolically, I am telling why I have to put manjal kumkum to that cement. Tell me. It is ordinary stone, a cement, sand mixture. Why people put that? This is the concept. Whether they know or not, This is the basic concept of that symbolic religious ritual activities. 7 stages. Now we are going to climb 7 steps. First stage, first we'll see all those 7 stages. Now we are entering into the second topic. First topic, Upodghata, the mantra, running, meaning, over. Now second topic, 7 stages, what are all there? 23 to 47 slokas. He gives all 7 stages. I am not going in sloka order, but I am going topic order, so that easily we can understand the mantra, we can correlate the mantra. First stage is called Ajnanam. 7 Sapta Bhumika. The Sapta Bhumika, first stage is Ajnanam. The Jivatma is first stage, Ajnana stage, ignorance. Unexpressed Brahman ignorance. Unexpressed Brahman ignorance. Means Brahman ignorance is there. But he doesn't say, I have Brahman ignorance. The whole world, they have got what? Brahman ignorance. But they never say, we have Brahman ignorance. This is called Ajnana. Now we understand what is Ajnana. There is ignorance of Brahman, unexpressed ignorance. They do not know that they have Brahman ignorance. Then second stage, Avaranam. Expressed ignorance. Expressed ignorance is, I do not know Brahman. Vedanta students, now we have segregated ourselves from the external world. Okay? I have Brahman ignorance. That is third stage. Second stage, Avarana. Ajnana, Avarana. Then third stage of 7 Sapta Bhumikas is Vikshepaha. Misconception. Misconception born out of ignorance in the form of duality, Bhoktru Bhogya Prapancha. Vikshepa means distraction, misconception in the form of duality. I am the Bhokta, the world is Bhogyam. Everything is a Bhogya Vastu. Either person or object is a Bhogya Vastu for me. I am a consumer. I consume everything. Enjoying Bhogya Prapancha. Then fourth stage is called Paroksha Jnanam. So Ajnanam, Avaranam, Vikshepa. Then fourth one is Paroksha Jnanam. There is Brahman knowledge. There is Brahman knowledge. It is born out of Avantara Vakyam of the Upanishad. There is Brahman. It is born out of, this knowledge born out of Avantara Vakyam of the Upanishad. Then all the Brahma Lakshana Vakyams are called Avantara Vakyams. Brahma Lakshana Vakyams called Avantara Vakyam, that which reveals Brahman, which is called Paroksha Jnanam. I have Paroksha Jnanam means what? I have Avantara Vakya Jnanam and Artham. Avantara Vakya Jnanam of that Upanishad. Just as Narada said to Sanat Kumara, I heard that Shokam Tarayati, whoever knows Brahman, they cross over the samsara. There is Brahman. That is called Paroksha Jnana, indirect knowledge about Brahman. Here another note we have to see in this fourth stage, Paroksha Jnanam. Avantara Jnanam remove first type of Avarana. There are 2 types of Avaranam. Avantara Vakya Jnanam or Avantara Jnanam removes, Avantara Vakya Jnanam or Paroksha Jnanam removes one type of Avaranam. That is Brahman existence. Brahma existence, Sattva Avaranam is removed. Brahman is there. Now Vidyaranya takes the 10th man example for all the 7 stages. Dashama Drishtanta. Dashama Drishtanta he takes and apply each stage to that Sapta Bhumikas and 10th man example go side by side. How that Dashamaha, 10th man story you remember? You can't forget that. 10th man, how the Sapta Bhumikas are interconnected to him. He is bringing that example. But I am not going elaborately, just I am giving the gist. The existence of Brahman is one type of avaranam. Through paroksha jnanam it is removed. But another type of avaranam, second type of avaranam, Brahma bhanam. Brahman experience avaranam is not removed by paroksha jnanam. Brahma astitva jnanam comes through paroksha jnanam, through avantara vakyam. But Brahma bhanam, bhana avaranam is not removed by paroksha jnanam. This is the important note. Two types of avaranam. So 10th man knows that 10th man is there. When that Mahatma said 10th man is there, still he is not able to recognize that 10th man he himself. Paroksha jnanam is there, Dashamaha asti jnanam is there, but Dashamaha asmi jnanam is not there. So two types of avaranam. So Brahma and Mahatma's 10th man is there is avantara vakyam. 10th man you are, that is Mahavakyam like. So the 10th man has got two types of avaranam. 10th man is not there, first avaranam. 10th man, I myself, that is second avaranam, he doesn't know. So 10th man is there, that avaranam has gone by the statement of that Mahatma. Similarly, avantara vakyam of the Upanishad removes Brahma astitva ajnanam. That avarana, it is removed. Now come to the fifth stage, aparoksha jnanam. Brahman is myself. That is aparoksha jnanam. Aparoksha jnanam born out of Mahavakyam. So here also you have to note. Aparoksha jnanam removes bhana avaranam. Bhana avaranam. That means experience of Brahman is evident. Experience of Brahman, ajnanam will go away. Avaranam goes away by Mahavakya. I am Brahman, which is experienced all the time. This is bhana avaranam gone. Brahman is evident as myself in aparoksha jnanam. Paroksha jnanam, Brahma astitva jnanam is there. First avaranam gone. Second avaranam goes away. Aham Brahmasmi. Once that jnanam comes, bhana avaranam goes away through aparoksha jnanam. It's a very technical, subtle. Only Vidyaranya presents here. No other text. These subtle nuances and all, they don't deal. But very important point. Two avaranams. Avantara vakyam, Mahavakyam, paroksha jnanam, aparoksha jnanam. We have to do nididhyasanam. Very important. Sixth stage is shoka nivrittihi. Shoka nivrittihi. Free from sorrow. Through this aparoksha jnanam, Brahma bhana avaranam removal taken place, shoka will go away. Aham Brahmasmi jnanam removes sorrow. Then seventh stage is final stage, trupti prapti or ananda prapti. Ananda prapti. In the summary, whole thing, ஒரு லட்டு பண்ணி கையில் வச்சுன மாதிரி தான் குடுக்கணும் போட வேண்டியதா வாயில. Such a big chapter, you know. The story of the 10th man elaborately comes totally. Finally, he recognizes aham dashamaha asmin trupti prapti. So now 7 stages over, sapta bhumikas. Now come to third topic. Now mantra, word by word, Acharya going to elaborately explain. We will take that shloka, Purusha, the word in that mantra. Atmanam chet vijaniyat ayamasmiti purushaha. That purushaha or purushaha vyakhyanam. Now, the whole mantra vyakhyanam. It's like a commentary. word by word commentary. From third shloka onwards up to 22nd verse, Purusha Vyakhyanam. The Jivatma, the seeker of knowledge. The primary meaning of Jivatma is mixture, OC and RC mixture. Swarupa Chaitanyam OC and Pratibimba Chaitanyam RC. Purushaha means Jivatma. Jivatma is a mixture. Mixture of what and what? What and what? OC and RC. Bimba Chaitanyam and Pratibimba Chaitanyam put together Jivatma. So this Jivatma has got RC and OC. This Vachyartha and Lakshyartha are there. Primary meaning and secondary meaning of Jivatma. Even that Lakshyartha also, implied meaning also of two types. Implied meaning, two types meanings are there. Two Lakshyarthas are there. Two implied meanings. When an Ajnani uses the word I am, he does not know the mixture. Non-Panchadashi student, Ajnani, do not know I am a mixture. But he says after death, I travel upper lokas, higher lokas, fourth floor, fifth floor, lokas. So that Chidabhasa is also a one type of implied meaning, Lakshyartha of Jivatma. One type of Lakshyartha, Chidabhasa. Who knows that? Ajnani knows that. After death, I travel. This is also implied meaning of Jivatma only. Lakshyartha, he is not taking himself as body. Is it not? I am going to travel. Where? Swarga, Pitruloka. Where some people say, where my Kullu Tata went, my relatives, my friends, ange kuda sanda podanum poi. Somehow. So Chidabhasa he takes Kevala Chidabhasa. Kevala Chidabhasa Lakshyartha part. Traveling Chidabhasa part. He understands that only. They are going to other lokas. The second Lakshyartha is OC part. Jivatma means RM, RC and OC. Some people take only RM, no? There are people. RM only they take, not RK Nagar. Okay. RM only they take. They take only RM, but this another Ajnanis, Karmakandi Ajnanis, those who have come to Vedic Achara, they take only one type of Lakshyartha, not other Lakshyartha. They take Chidabhasa, traveling, implied meaning they take. Now, Panchadashi students take another Lakshyartha, that is OC. I have to remind all the time, Panchadashi students. Lakshyartha, OC part of Jivatma. Because Jivatma means mixture, RC plus OC. But some people take only RC. Even Vaidikas, they take only RC. They never take OC. So OC is another Lakshyartha. Who takes in a Jnani takes that. That is the Lakshyartha. Jnani takes. He leaves out the Chidabhasa. Chidabhasa part he leaves. Aham Brahmasmi. He perfectly works for him, for a Jnani. Aham Chidabhasa, if he takes that Lakshyartha of Jivatma, because Jivatma is mixture, Chidabhasa and Chit. That Ajnani removed only RM part and took the Chidabhasa part. Soul, S-O-U-L. S-O-U-L, not S-O-L-E. S-O-U-L, traveling. But Jnani takes not traveling. I am all pervading. I need not travel. I cannot travel. That Jnani takes that OC, then Mahavakya works. Otherwise, Mahavakya won't work. You take Kevala Chidabhasa, Mahavakya won't work. This OC, RC, Kevala Chidabhasa and Chaitanya Jnanam comes only by Shastra study. Thorough, systematic study of Prasthanatrayam only gives this knowledge. Now, Next word, Atmanam Vijaniyat. Purusha is over. Atmanam Vijaniyat from the mantra. That Vijaniyat V word we will take later. Atmanam Janiyat. First we will see. From 70th verse to 96, Paramatma, Jivatma, Aikyam. Jivatma should know I am Paramatma. Atmanam Janiyat. Paramatma is known through Mahavakya Vichara. 70th verse to 96th shloka. Mahavakya Vichara. Borrows from the Vakya Vritti, one of the famous work of Shankaracharya. He bodily lifted many slokas from that Vakya Vritti, where Acharya analyzed the Tattvamasi Mahavakya elaborately with the Bhagat Tyaga Lakshanas. That Acharya borrows. Many verses he borrows from Naishkarmya Siddhi and Vakya Vritti, and everywhere he takes and analyzes. Now, one OC part of Jivatma, OC part of Paramatma, Aikyam. RC, RM you remove. Sharira Trayam, Vyashti level, Stula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira, mediums. Micro level. Macro level, Stula Prapancha, Sukshma Prapancha, Karana Prapancha, macro level, three mediums kept aside. And RC also from Veshti and Samashti also kept aside. Reflecting consciousness, reflected consciousness, RC. Reflecting mediums, Bhagat Tyagaha. Reflected consciousness also, Bhagat Tyagaha. And OC part, RM1, RM2, RM3, RM4, RM5, RM6, Tattva Bodha. RC at macro, RC at micro, all of them tie up and throw in the Bay of Bengal. For what? Mahavakya Jnanam. Oh, seen. Oh, seen. Chumma kadikiradhu. Oh, siya kadikiradhu. Adu naaneda. Oh, seen. Then, fourth topic. All those RM 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, RC1, RC2, all of them are mithya. Simple to negate. Innu panna venda. Just the thought is sufficient. Jnana, vritti is sufficient. Then fifth topic, that is V word. V word he is going to analyze. Just I said I left the word V. Now he is taking V, that prefix from 97 to 134 shloka on one letter V he analyzes. V means without. One should know Aham Brahma Asmi. One should know I am Paramatma without any obstacle. That is the meaning of V. With conviction, without obstacle. V. Okay, V without. Without obstacle, with conviction. What are all obstacles possible? The obstacles possible, number one is interpretational obstacles. Interpretational obstacles. Number two, intellectual obstacles. Number three, habitual obstacles. In Shastra, these terms, English words are given in Shastric words. Number one is interpretational obstacles are called Pramana Asambhavana. It is called Pramana Asambhavana in Shastra. Intellectual obstacles are logical obstacles. Prameya Asambhavana. Prameya Asambhavana. That is the Shastric term for logical obstacles. See, there is Dvaita philosophy, there is Vishishtadvaita philosophy, there are many other systems of philosophies. They are all really obstacles only because they are interpreting the same Upanishadic mantras differently. So, what to take? Which one is correct? Interpretations are different. So interpretational problems are there. If everyone interprets as they like the Upanishadic mantras, can you arrive at Aham Brahmasmi Aparoksha Jnanam? It is not possible. That is why Dvaita, Vishishtadvaita, or any other system of philosophies, Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, all of them, they cannot arrive at Mahavakya Jnanam. Advaita, Atma, Swarupa Jnanam, not possible. And books, there are people doing PhDs on that. PhD. Doctorate in what? Dualism. Dualism doctorate venuma? Namak theriyume. Adiki Murari Bapu story solluvar Swamiji, Puja Swamiji. Barber Murari story. Theriyilanu nuru vaadu solren. Ipo story venda because I have to finish. Okay. So, the interpretational problems and logical problems also. So many times it looks illogical. How the world can be mithya? That is why other systems of philosophies are not able to understand three orders of reality. Whatever is you are seeing, it is mithya. Who will believe? That is why Shastra is so difficult. And that's a Chet. And the Chet, if anyone knows. Next, habitual obstacles are Viparita Bhavana. Habitual identification with Anatma, with individuality, family, profession, position, relations. All these are very powerful. Vasanas are there, habitual vasanas. All these three obstacles can be removed by three practices, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. Shravanam part removes Pramana Asambhavana, Mananam part removes Prameya Asambhavana, and Nididhyasanam removes Viparita Bhavana. Then next word, as a sixth topic, we will take Nididhyasanam. Acharya gives Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam, Brahma Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam. It is a very unique for Vidyaranya teaching. Normally Brahma Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam, nowhere, no Acharya highly recommend. They all recommend only Ashtanga Yoga based Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam only. But Vidyaranya is very special in Brahma Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam. Pashyan, Shrunvan, Sprishan, Jigran. 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasana. Panchadasi 1st chapter is Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam. Panchadasi 1st chapter. 7th chapter is Brahma Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam. 7th chapter. You know what is Brahma Abhyasa and Samadhi Abhyasa. You will give lecture also. I know that. Okay. I am Asmi because I don't want to cause any boring for you, because knowing subject, why I have to say again and again. Nididhyasanam can be done many ways. This Brahmabhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam in Drigdrishya Viveka, in one of my camp I took that. If you have not heard that, you can get the CD and listen Drigdrishya Viveka. You get a tremendous clarity. Brahmabhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam, either by reading your own notes, or rewriting your own notes, or sharing with others, or teaching to others, you can do Nididhyasanam. Many ways. Scribbling, whatever you have understood, scribble, write. It is also a type of Nididhyasana. Okay. If you understand, your writing is enough. Okay. Next one, I am Asmi word we will take from that mantra. I am Asmi. Paramatma I am. From 48th shloka to 69th verse. 48 to 80, 69. Now you see the mantras front to back we are going. Because I am going based on that mantra. I am Asmi. Paramatma I am. Which is called Aparoksha Jnanam. Nididhyasana not compulsory. Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam is not compulsory. If you get aparoksha jnanam, aparoksha means ever experienced as consciousness. Atma or Brahman is ever experienced as myself, consciousness. Immediacy, proximity. It is of two types again. These are all uniqueness of Vidyaranya. Aparoksha jnanam is also two types. நமக்கு ஒன்று புரியறதுக்கே கஷ்டமாக இருக்கு. டூ டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் அபரோக்ஷ ஞானம் என்ன இருக்கப்ப, அஜ்ஞாத அபரோக்ஷத்துவம், அஜ்ஞாத அபரோக்ஷத்துவம், ஞாத அபரோக்ஷத்துவம், ரெண்டு அபரோக்ஷ ஞானங்கள். அஜ்ஞாத அபரோக்ஷத்துவம் அன்ரிகக்னைஸ்டு அபரோக்ஷ ஞானம். ஞாத அபரோக்ஷத்துவம் மீன்ஸ் ரிகக்னைஸ்டு டைரக்ட் நாலேஜ். Unrecognized direct knowledge, recognized direct knowledge. Unrecognized direct knowledge is called ajnata aparokshatvam. Recognized direct knowledge is called gnata aparokshatvam. Ajnata aparokshatvam is direct knowledge. Brahman asti, Brahman is jagat karanam. Brahman is jagat karanam, Brahmanasti. I see the entire world, sat, 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 sat. Brahman is the jagat karanam. Aparoksha jnanam. Brahman is known as the cause of this universe, clearly. But he doesn't know that jagat karanam Brahma aham asmi. Aham asmi Brahman, aparoksham is not known. Ajnatam aparokshatvam. This is ajnata aparokshatvam. For this abhyasa, I said samadhi abhyasa, yoga vasishta, also Acharya quotes. Yoga Vashishtam, he quotes. There, tatchintanam, tatkathanam, anyonyat, tat prabodhanam, ekadeka paratvam cha brahmabhyasam vidur budhaha mantra. From Yoga Vasishta, bodily lifted here. In this chapter, Mandukya also 3rd chapter, 6th chapter Gita, all are given Yamaniyamas. Samadhi Abhyasa means Yamaniyama, Ashtanga Yoga. We have to see. Here, during Paroksha Jnanam also, Brahman is Aparoksham only. When the 10th man knows there is a 10th man is evident or not to the 10th man. But he do not know I am the 10th man. 10th man knows there is a 10th man, that is called Ajnata Aparokshatvam. Yes, Ajnata Aparokshatvam. When he knows I am the 10th man, it is Jnata Aparokshatvam. Therefore, here also, in the Darshtanta also, during Aparoksha Jnanam, Brahman is known as Jagat Karanam. Brahman has got two types of Aparokshatvam, Gnata and Ajnata. Now also, the student who is sitting, Brahman is Aparoksham only. But what type of Aparoksham? Ajnata Aparoksham. From Jnani standpoint, we are telling. Jnani standpoint, Aparokshatvam is Ajnata Aparokshatvam, because at that time also the student is Brahman or not. Brahman is evident or not? Evident, but he doesn't know. So Gnata Aparokshatvam, Ajnata Aparokshatvam. Teacher kemo Gnata Aparokshatvam, student ke Ajnata Aparokshatvam. Puriyarada? Avladha difference enna period difference Gna Ajna. Gnata Ajnata, known and unknown. Being Brahman, already listening, what? How to know Brahman. This is a funny way to உலகத்தில். ஆனால் நடக்கிறது கிளாஸ் 20 வருஷம் 30 வருஷம். That is called magic like. Teachers are surviving. All teachers are surviving because of this magic. Some magic show is going on in Chennai. If you want to go and see. Okay, 7th topic and the second line, Kimichan, 135 to 191. Kimichan. What will a Gnani desire? What object he desire. What bhogya vastu jnani has to desire? Kim icchan aksheparthe kim. There is no object at all to desire. Bhogya nivritti or bhogya nishedha. If you want to give me, listen more and more, listen to Brihadaranyaka. That is also available. Particular mantra where it comes, that chapter also you can ask. We will make it CDs for you, ready, if you are interested. Aksheparthe kim over. Jnani doesn't have any binding desires. What desire Jnani can have? Don't interpret literally. Jnani can have non-binding desires. Even Bhagavan has got so kamayata bahusyam prajayeya. Bhagavan ke irukkumbodhu jnani ke irukkodada. Therefore, there are many jnanis who are teaching, and there are many jnanis, Vedantic jnanis are there, Vedanta teaching jnanis, non-Vedantic jnanis are also there. That means those are doing hospitals, renovations, schools, colleges, a lot of work. There are also jnanis, but it is not compulsory for everyone to teach. They take up any other activities. It depends upon their prarabdha. That is what he is going to say. Bhogya nishedha. Why Bhagavan or Jnani has got desires? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. Bhagavan has got. Jnani also, because of samashti prarabdha, at that place where he is staying according to his prarabdha and their prarabdha also, its interaction is going on, whether teaching, either teaching Vedanta or teaching any other Bhagavatam or Ramayanam, or no teaching at all, just Upadesha and blessing and eating Bhiksha and going. I think that also possible. Okay? Anything can possible. That's why in our culture, sadhus, mahatmas are worshipped. Don't think only teaching person, only Jnani. மற்றவங்களெல்லாம் உஷ்ன்னு சொல்லக்கூடாது. All are Mahatmas, they have Jnanam, but they have no opportunity because of their prarabdha also. They are not interested in teaching. It doesn't mean they are not Jnanis and சொல்லக்கூடாது. Okay, prarabdha makes prarabdha vasana. Then 8th topic, 192 to 222. Kasya kamaya bhokta nishedha. Kimichan bhogya prapancha nishedha. Object negation. Kasya kamaya is bhokta nishedha. 192 to 222. அப்படி போறார். எத்தனை ஸ்லோகாஸ் ஒரு வேர்டுக்கு எடுத்துட்டேன். இன்னொரு வாட்டி டீச் பண்ணணும்னு தோன்றுறதே இந்த சாப்டர். So nice. Kasya kamaya, for the fulfillment of whom he can desire. Jnani doesn't have any desire. So ahankara, for its purnatvam, for its fulfillment, it desires. Ahankara itself is falsified, eliminated. There is no one, because he is claiming as OC. From OC standpoint, no desire is possible. Ella naneda. Everything I am only. What I am lacking, I am not lacking anything, I am Purnaha. So Ahankara, Purnaha is eliminated. Purna Atma is remained. There is no one to desire. What is status? Jnani state of mind, Chidabhasa is falsified. Then 9th topic, Sariram Anusanjvaret. This is the last word in the mantra. Sariram Anusanjvaret, 223 to 250. Anujvara nivrittihi. Deha abhimana nivrittihi. From the identification with the body, he is freed. Free from. Here also he divides Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharirams. At their level, problems are bound to be there. At 3 levels, body level, you can never have Shoka Nivritti. Shadurmayaha continues. ஆஃப்டர் ஞானம் ஆல்சோ பசிக்குமா பசிக்காதா? பசிக்கும். தாகம் இருக்குமா இருக்காதா? இருக்கும். சூடு இருக்குமா இருக்காதா? இருக்கும். அதான். ஸோ 3 bodies can never be free from problems, but they are not disturb him. They are reduced because of disidentification. They are not stopped totally, but they are reduced. Their intensity has come down. Voltage has come down. That is why sometimes voltage நீங்க தொட்டா கூட ஷாக் அடிக்காது. புரியல? அது பவர்ஃபுல்லாக ஷாக் இருந்தாலும் அவுட் ஆள். பட் சம்டைம்ஸ் த வோல்டேஜ் இஸ் வெரி லெஸ். இட் வில் நாட் கிவ் எனி ஷாக் டு யூ. சிமிலர்லி 3 sharirams lose their top priority because he drops the abhimana towards them. He knows that what is their nature. That is why. So first point is managing with the problems, because you cannot run away anywhere. If you run also, they come along with you because of prarabdha. Okay, so to manage, titikshaswan. Second is you disown, and the disowning is called anujvara nivrittihina. You cannot remove jvara, but you can remove anujvara. Jvara you have to manage, anujvara you can remove. Then 10th topic is tripti praptihi. With this mantra analysis over. The tripti praptihi is Shankaracharya's whole chapter ki karolariya. Our tripti prapti in the chapter he titles as Tripti Deepa Prakaranam, but this is not connected with mantra. From 251 to 298, ஒரே திருப்தியோ திருப்தி. தன்யோஹம் தன்யோஹம், அஹோ குரு அஹோ குரு, அஹோ சாஸ்திரம் அஹோ சாஸ்திரம். As Atma, I don't have any complaints. I don't have anything to complain. By claiming Aham Brahmasmi, 3 sharirams are falsified, Ahankara is falsified, and whole Nama Rupa sharirams are also falsified. All their Ahankarams are also falsified. With whom I can fight? With whom I can quarrel? Second, aale kadiyadu, ella naane da. So I cannot have any complaints because of tripti. So all anatma upheavals, gradations, changes, vikaras, all going in mithya anatma, like a cinema. I am like a screen. The whole nama rupa prapancha sharirams at 3 levels, sharirams and 3 levels of prapancha, all of them are seized together, all put together, a drama. Therefore, who am I now? Aham Brahma Asmi, Aham Truptaha Asmi. Let the drama continue. As long as it continues, continue. This is called Tripti Deepa Prakaranam. With this, 7th chapter of Panchadashi is over. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.